You wonder what happened in sports today. Brandon PETRILLI, he got the wave. We talking a lot with bros today. Cracking some jokes the podcast way. Goals on goals, with homers on homers, tutties on tutties. Got moments on moments. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into PETRILLI.
What is going on, everybody? Yes, I am back. This is another episode of the BSP podcast. I am Brendan PETRILLI. Thank you for clicking on the video and coming back. It's been about a month. A lot of stuff's happened, personal stuff, sports stuff, whatever. We're back. And just like the podcast, make sure you subscribe and click that bell and put everything on, like the videos, comment, because we're going to be pumping out a lot more content. We're going to the Phillies game tomorrow night. And just like the podcast is back, the Phillies are back, baby. They're back, and they're better than ever. They're on a 5-game win streak. The pitching's clicking, finally coming up with some big hits. I know it was the Nationals. I know it was the Tigers, 2 bad baseball teams. But the Phillies weren't beating bad baseball teams at the start of this year. They weren't taking 2 or 3. They weren't sweeping series. They should have swept both series, honestly, but it is what it is. We'll take what we can get here, all right? We need to slowly and steadily get back to that 500 mark, which we are very close to doing, 2 games below. And you can see things are going in the right direction. Finally, the bats are getting hot. The ball is starting to carry a little bit. The one game I was at earlier in the week, the ball died a lot. And you can kind of see it frustrating the players a little bit. But the winds, after the winds blow all the smoke out, hopefully it'll be all cleared up by today. I'm recording last night after the game, the Tigers game. But, hopefully it'll all be out of here, and the winds will be blowing out center field, and we'll have a jet stream coming right to us out in the second deck in right field, because Bryce Harper, he's locked in. You could see on his face how close he is. The way he ran on that double to start the 9th inning, the way he wanted to get there, the way he ripped that ball, and he's like, I'm doing this. I'm starting this. I know we need a guy in scoring position. I'm going to get there. I'm going to be the guy. And that's what it set the tone to start that inning. After you give up the no-hitter in the 8th, you give up a run. Kimbrel struggled to get outs in the 9th. And then you come back, set the tone. They could have rolled over and died, but he's the guy that got it going and got the tying run. And then Cody Clemens in front of his pop, the Rocket, Roger, goes up and makes a big hit. Second hit on the day for the Phillies. But a lot of good things are coming for this baseball team. Bryce Harper's had so many good swings the past couple of nights that he's just missing. And that double, he really got onto that. I'm feeling a second deck home run. I might bring the glove to the game tomorrow afternoon. And I think we got a chance to catch one. A couple rows up in the second deck. Schwarber's hit one up there already this year, section over of us. But I think he can really get a hold of one and get us. I don't know. We'll see. But it was a good team win. It was a good bounce back win. Instead of us being like, damn, we wasted it. Same old Phillies. To have that Cody Clemens, to have Marsh, to have Stott, Turner get a walk. They passed the baton down the lineup, and these guys finally starting to step up. It's a great thing to see. It's awesome. So what does that mean, right, for this Phillies team? You got a stretch of the Dodgers. You got the Diamondbacks. You got the Athletics. You got and then after that, I believe it is the Mets and the Braves again, and then the Cubs and the Nationals. You got winnable games there. You got to take care of it. You got to challenge the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Mets, because these are the teams you're going to be competing with when it comes to November again, or, September, October, November. And I think they're getting healthy at the right time. Trea Turner, I was at the game where he hit 2 home runs, finally finding that stroke, seeing the ball better. JT is still kind of getting there. Schwarber's heating up in the month of June. Obviously, it's Schwarber Fest. Bryce Harper, like I said, Nola finally getting back on the wagon. He's been up and down all year, but hopefully that start can really get him going again. We'll have to see. But my real big hopes is that Ranger pitched a great game earlier in the week. Walker pitched a great game earlier in the week. And Wheeler pitched a fantastic game where everything was good. His mechanics were on point, just like what Roger Clemens was saying up in the booth. He was getting that shoulder pointed. He was having that nice stop, get his shoulder situated and going downhill on top of all of his stuff. And hopefully he can carry that and be that workhorse for you now through these next month or two to really get you back in this. Because I don't think the Braves and the Mets are that great of teams. The Marlins are having some playing good baseball too, but you're waiting for them to have the bottom fall out like they always do. Now, hey, credit to the Marlins if they don't, but I just don't see it happening. So you got some winnable games coming up now. You're getting guys healthy back, right? Alvarado's going to be back today, Friday's game against the Dodgers. The hefty lefty. You know I love me some hefty lefty. And the bullpen's been good. Sir Anthony's finally finding his stuff. Kimbrel's been great other than last night a little bit, but he got the job done. He held it, no runs, even though he gave you a little bit of a scare, but he's been getting saves for you. Soto's been great back and forth. He has one or two letdown, but in between he sandwiches 5 shutout innings and then he explodes for one. So hopefully he can kind of figure that out. But you're looking at a formidable back end of the bullpen there now with the hefty lefty coming back, and the starters are finally starting to give you some innings. Those arms are finally getting healthy, getting the velocity, the command back underneath of them that we've been waiting for. And if Ranger, Walker, Wheeler can get you going and Nola finds his stuff again, that's what you've been waiting for. That's what this team was built around, is to have those 4 guys get you deep in the games and then get it to those last 3-4 guys in the back end of the bullpen for you and shut the door. And I think they can do it. It's going to be a tough series against the Dodgers. Obviously, they have so much talent, but it's in Philadelphia. The wind's going to be blowing, hopefully out, and the bats are finally getting going. You can see the attitude of the team. Reese is back in the dugout in the locker room with the guys. You can just see that the boys are back. They're smiling. They're having fun. Marsh and Stott and even Schwarber's trying to get in on the shenanigans post games, dumping water and the bubble gum on guys. That's stuff that they really weren't having early in the year, where that camaraderie wasn't there like it was on that postseason run, that World Series run. It took a little bit to integrate some of these new guys, right? And now it's finally starting to click a little bit. Yeah, you need to play bad teams to get going. So that's what happens. Good teams beat bad teams. It's plain and simple. And for them to go and take care of business, hopefully this carries you into now you're playing a little bit better competition than the Dodgers. You take 2 or 3 from them. You keep that rolling into a Diamondbacks, A's series, and then right into the Mets and Braves. You could be looking at a solid, they're on a 5-game win streak now. You could be, hopefully it would be nice to get 10 if you could sweep the Dodgers, but I don't see that. But if you can go, I don't know, 10-3 in your next couple, that would be astounding. You'd be back in the division and back in the wild card. It's going to be an exciting month of baseball here, and I hope you guys are excited too. Stay tuned to it. I'm going to be doing a vlog tomorrow. It's been interesting going to games. I kind of want your guys' feedback a little bit on how do you feel with the new the rules impact the speed of the game being at the game. Watching it at home, it's awesome. It's bang, bang, very limited commercials. Next pitch, let's go. Not all the messing around. But when you're at the game, I don't know, just because there's so much going on around you, so many different people, so many different things, distractions at the game, and you're trying to talk with people a little bit and have fun, that you kind of get distracted. I don't know if that's just me and the fast pace of it, but it's definitely interesting, a different vibe. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, I kind of do. I'll have to do a little bit more of a breakdown in the vlog for Friday's game against the Dodgers here, where I go to it, and we'll get some input from other people in the stadium. If you're there, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at Brendan PETRILLI, or comment on the video. I'd love to meet up with you and kind of talk about it a little bit, get everybody's feedback. So we'll see. The Phillies are back, baby. I don't know, Sixers, the Flyers. I'm more in on the Flyers than the Sixers right now. I said that to some of the guys at the Fanatic, and they're like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know. It's interesting. Flyers are making some moves, finally getting you some hope to talk about, right? Sixers get Nick Nurse. They choke in the playoffs. I didn't do a video about it. Yada, yada, yada. Sorry, whatever. It happens. Stuff happens. But we're moving on. We're moving upwards. We're back on the grind. We're back, baby. Summer's rocking and rolling. Dingerdelphia is going to be back in full force. The Fightins are back. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for watching this episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right. Thank you guys so much. Go Birds too, baby. Go Birds.